know what? Arturia came out with the firmware 3.0 of the Microfreak. I am Nu-Trix the synth guy, and I'm really happy that this came out today. The 3.0 firmware update of the Microfreak is another example of what I love about companies when they decide to support a software or hardware, especially hardware, is that you have this machine and it keeps on getting better. The Microfreak is what, like 2 years old? They're already to 3.0. And what basically 3.0 brings in is a bunch of like bugs fixes and little glitches and stuff like that. More memory space for your patches. That's a cool thing. And unison mode. Like, okay, but let's listen to it. You'll find it really cool. And 3 new algorithm or oscillators, and they're made by Noise Engineering. And if you know Noise Engineering, they're into modular synthesis. They're combining digital synthesis and analog synthesis. And what's cool about this is the 3 they brought in, they have grit, they have noise, they have attitude. And that's really cool because you got to be honest, at one point, you know, everybody can do a cool sawtooth in a way, but a sawtooth with the bizarre distortion and foldering and, well, come, we'll listen together. You'll hear what I'm talking about. If you would like clean sound, but you can dirty them, you can make them really nasty and aggressive, and or nasty and glitching, and it's just like, it's for you. So let's do that. You have 3 new ones. They're called Bass. And you see the graphic noise engineering. We got SawX and Harm. Now, Bass, not surprisingly, is a bass sound. But let's actually open up the, let me be sure that this is open. You have these control here. This one is noise. But it's just not, it's not just noise into it. It's kind of, some of part of it, it's doing FM or cross modulation. You hear affecting the bass itself. This is the fold. So you basically have your folding frequencies and create some distortion in it. And harmonics. And bring down the noise for now. The last one is saturate. Let's see, clean. I got this little thing can display. Can I have this? Can really have some nasty growling bass here. What I like to do to hear these moving, I'm going to assign the LFO to the wave itself. And I'm going to assign the cyclic envelope, so this one here, to the timbre. I'm going to make it slow, maybe some sustain, a little bit of sustain. So this one is changing that sound, that part of the sound. And the wave isn't changed by this one. So I just need to move this one. I'm creating the last movement. So you'll hear that complete movement on the sound for this noisy bass sound. Now, okay, we have Turn this off. We have this sound. Still the LFO and cycle is doing its job. What we have is the sound is in a mono mode. You put paraphonic, and then you can play many notes at the same time, up to 4. If you press Shift and paraphonic, now it's going to flash. You're in unison mode. Now if you press one key, you've got the 4 of them playing at the same time. Again, nothing, single mode, paraphonic, but I prefer if we go from single to, wait a sec, single to, this is just a massive, really cool sound. Okay, so right now we're working with the first one, which is bass. Let's do the second one, which is SawX. We still have the 2 movement, the LFO, so this changes the shape here. The saw mod, this is the one we hear moving. The other one is the shape here. So you're going from a real saw to some weird shape. And then the last one is again some noise. And the noise is more like an FM noise. Shift, unison. It's just like a massive, cool sound. This little synth packs a punch. Now you have sync, kind of a sync sound. Again, this is mono. Remember, if you have, if you want to put some effects on it, like reverb and delay, it becomes really something else. But that's good for any synths. But I want to listen to this without anything, so we hear the raw stuff. And the last one is Harm. Actually, I'm going to take a minute sound. I'm just going to go with that one, so you hear what it does. It's like having harmonics. You have them at the same time, and then when you press here, you're spreading them away one from the other. And the timbre, like opening up the harmonics, so the, I think, richer sound, like almost like a filter, but they follow the spread. And then again you get that noise, but that noise is still this has something to do with almost FME sound. I love to know how. This is just nice. So it has that nasty little grungy sound. So that's it. That's the firmware 3.0 of the Microfreak. Arturia, guys, you're doing a good job. I'm wondering, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, when you will release these type of modules in a different format. You know, I'm playing with the keys, but I'm more comfortable with a sequencer. And you got a really cool sequencer in the Mini Brute 2S or S2. That would be cool to have this amount of modular, you know, capacity here and sound-wise, and the patching CV and gates with the steps of a sequencer in something like the Microfreak S. I don't know. I'm just giving my ideas over there. Guys, make me music. Stay safe. Cheers.